From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello everybody and welcome to All-Star 15 TV, and we're back. It's time for the Thunderstorm League of Racing to start their Season 5. It is the Daytona Thunder 200, and we're going to start off with a bang, because in the booth with me, it's Mr. One and Only Gary Wells. Gary, how are you doing?
Doing really well. It was a nice off season. Nice to take a little bit of a break and see what these guys were up to. Now we're getting to the start of these things here. Always good to be calling races with you here in the booth for TLR. My second season, of course, their fifth season, as we talked about. We're at the World Center Racing, Daytona. Doesn't get any better than that. And a new season tonight for all these drivers. There's an equal hope for everybody to start, not only to win tonight, but to start Season 5 on a good note.
Well, you bring up new hopes, new faces. Well, we got a new face in this broadcast booth, and he's a very good friend of you, a very good friend of me, and a very good friend of a couple drivers in this league right here. Let's bring him in here. Mike Campiggio, how you doing? And why don't you tell everybody listening, watching from around the world, who are you, what you do, and go on from there.
Oh, AJ, Gary, guys, how you guys doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty
Good. Are you feeling rested?
I am feeling rested. I had a good night of sleep last night.
You guys are going to kill me with that.
So yeah, I'm excited to be here. Appreciate you guys letting me come on in and broadcast with you guys for this TLR league that I've heard a lot of good things about. So I'm very excited to see this series in action in the broadcast booth. So I'm also the head social administrator at Hutchport Racing. I've been an avid iRacer for about 3 years now, and currently in real life, I'm an accountant.
Whoa, Justin Net has liked the stream. Thank you, dude.
That's my guy right there. Thanks, Justin.
That's your guy. All right, so let's get right into it. Gary, you got the notes of what happened in the past. Let's bring that into the now. Take it away, Gary. Run it down as I'm going to bring up the race info.
Yeah, so we've had quite a bit of changes here the last couple of seasons. The defending winner and the defending pole sitter are not going to be in this race tonight. So competition is wide open for the next 200 miles. Qualifying is going to be very important as we have over 50 cars here qualifying for just 43 spots here tonight. The last couple seasons, we've had an average anywhere from 8 to 11 lead changes and about, or 8 to, wow, I can't even talk, I'm so excited. 8 to 10 leaders and anywhere from 20 to 22 lead changes on average. It's anywhere from 6 to 9 cautions per race and about 20 caution laps per race. So it's going to be exciting. There's only one driver that has led the most laps that's gone on to win the race. That was in season 3 for Chase Schaefer. He led 30 out of the 80 laps in that race. We do have one overtime attempt in those last 2 races, so it's kind of 50-50 if we're going to have overtime or not here tonight. And the other races were at night. This is our first day race, basing it off of the track weather here from the previous races. So it's going to be a good one here tonight. And I think we're going to see some exciting racing over these 200 miles.
I hope so. Holy cow, Gary, as you were talking, we had somebody subscribe to All-Star 15 TV. Dominic Rossi, what's going on? I feel like we're going to have a bunch of those tonight.
Hey, that just means it makes your channel bigger.
I know, we just passed 300 today. I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Congrats.
I like cheered in the car. So, before we get going, we have about 2 minutes left in practice. Let's get right down to brass tacks, boys. Who we picking for tonight? And this is going to be
qualifying, right?
Qualifying. Might change depending on how qualifying goes.
Right. We'll give you 2 chances at this. Go ahead, Capigio. Who's your pick?
Well, I'm going to go with a really good super speedway driver by Landon Williams. That is my pick tonight. I think he's a really good iRacer, and I've raced against him a few times myself. And I think even pre-qualifying, I think he wants to go out there and show the world what he can do on a bright stage at Daytona.
You know, he'd have a better chance of winning if I wasn't up here in this broadcast booth and I was spotting him right. You know that, right?
Oh, man. The way you do that, it's scary.
I am 100% spotting him when he drives a Chevrolet at speedway races. Just saying. Now jinxed him. Anyways, I'm just kidding. My pick tonight is actually going to be the Season 3 winner. We already talked about him a little bit, Chase Schaefer. Who you got, AJ?
Well, I'm going to take the really low, and I mean low-hanging fruit as I'm trying to find him.
We're going to have to wipe that brown off your nose here in a minute.
Well, it's a driver, the number 8 Chevy Camaro with the Buddy Poppel insurance. Whenever we go to a super speedway, he is always a threat to win. And it's really the only time he decides to race.
Noah Wilson, everybody.
What's going on, Coffee? We have another subscription to the channel. Holy cow, we are blowing that up.
That's even better. Just, smack those beers together. There you go. Good stuff. Y'all need to hit that subscribe button more. Good stuff. Well, Mike, we're here at qualifying. What you think?
Well,
I can't see anybody, so I'm literally just going off of AJ's feed for the next 5 minutes, or 10 minutes rather.
Well, I would say for qualifying, especially with the amount of drivers that we have registered for the session, and with, what do we got, 14, 13 going home possibly? Qualifying's very important, especially at Daytona, and it's all about getting off pit road and, getting up through the gears and making sure that you lay down a fast time.
Yeah, you said it right there. You have to launch perfectly out of pit road and then continue
that's gonna be the big deal. Is the getting that launch off pit road, and also too, how you hit your marks, even though this is Daytona, guys, and they're holding it wide open, you have to hit your marks on the first lap and the second lap. First lap, primarily, we're going to see these drivers run around the top just to get that momentum going. And then that second lap is the money lap for them, where they're going to be wrapping their cars all the way around the bottom, hugging that yellow line.
Yeah, as we're seeing Mason Moriarty on the racetrack right there. You mentioned it. High lane for the first full lap, really gaining that RPM, and then hugging that yellow line. Now, how scary, Gary, because I know you race a lot when it comes to super speedway races, how scary is it to run that outside high line in just qualifying?
Not too bad, honestly. I mean that's usually pretty decent. You can hug that high line. Now he's kind of going to the middle here because he knows he's getting ready to come to that white flag. But usually in these cars, you want to be having your left sides scraping that white dotted line on the outside lane in these corners, or you want to be hugging the seam. And as he's coming here to his second lap, Mason he's going to be hugging that bottom lane. We already got a few qualifiers already.
Yeah, Dominic Rossi.
The provisional pole sitter is Chase Schaefer.
Yeah, everybody's bouncing. Now, like Mike said, people are going to go home. This is our largest qualifying field for any race here at the Thunderstorm League of Racing. We've hit 40 multiple times. I doubt we've sent people home. Gary,
yeah,
unfortunately, you're gonna be one of them getting sent home because somebody accidentally, as a driver over here.
You know, we have 58 entries, 59 if you count me, or 60 if you count me.
Oh, let's see what Chase Schaefer is going to do here. Right, currently now being dropped back to the 8th position. He's gonna cross the line, use the Williams line. Let's see if he improves. No, he does not. Mason Moriarty back on pole.
Yeah, Mason's going to be back on pole here with a 50.617. A tenth faster to the exact 100th there for between those two drivers.
Right, looking at Chris Summers in the 82.
Now, with this long of a qualifying session, with it being 10 minutes, do you guys prefer to go early in a qualifying session or later in a qualifying session, like at Daytona?
It would depend. If I'm seeing that there's going to be some cloud cover here, I would definitely want to wait until the cloud covers
P10,
the track,
Chris Summers.
because that means there you go, perfect. Because that means the track is just going to gain a little bit of grip when you're out on your qualifying run. So I would typically wait.
Xander Short on the racetrack in that wonderful 38 Napa. Wow, that's a weird combination. It's a front row number in a Toyota with a Chevy sponsor.
And a Chevy looking scheme too. I love it. Get them trolls, man. Get them trolls.
That made my head hurt there.
That's a very interesting paint scheme.
It very much is.
Landon already made his qualifying attempt there. Your pick. He's currently 38th on the board.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness.
He might be going home, boys.
Actually, I think he is 100% safe because it looks like only 3 drivers have yet to finish qualifying. 2 drivers now to finish qualifying.
Safely in this field. He's 34th.
Landon just got bumped to 40th. And if they're taking 43, there's only 2 cars remaining.
You know what they say, boys?
He's clinching.
It's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Well, it really don't matter here at Daytona. You got that right. Landon's usually one of the greatest plate racers. We didn't talk about his plate qualifying.
59 people entered. And that's coming from Bake the Snake. That's Chase Baker.
Yeah, because your broadcaster was an idiot and made it the 60th car.
Whoopsie.
I'll tell you, for me, up in the broadcast booth for the first time, seeing that many people entered for this league in the first race of their season, that is very impressive to see.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Well, let's see. Where does he go? Rodney Roberts is just starting his qualifying attempt, he's just going to take it right down to that yellow line in that Sirius
and
XM
that's kind of
Toyota
the
Supra.
unconventional approach with the Xfinity and the trucks. We've seen them be able to just hug the yellow line after you get up to speed, because pretty much you could gather all your momentum on your outlap if you hit your marks right. So this might be one of those things where he hit his marks perfectly and he knows his first lap is going to be his money lap. It'll be interesting to see where he comes out here.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see where he ends up. See if who he's going to bump. And he will go. So I'm trying to find that out.
Where'd he go?
Yeah,
lost him.
it's taking a couple seconds here.
Got so many people who don't know what to do.
You know, that's kind of what I'm taking out at it.
What's his car number?
He goes right now, it's a 26. He went 53 on his first lap.
Oh, no.
So he's really going to need to improve for that Sirius XM NASCAR radio. It's actually a really
Channel
nice looking
90.
car. I was listening to them on the way home today.
I try to listen to them when I can.
Zach Mertiz, after his first lap, goes 45. We'll jump to him right as Rodney finishes. Does he improve?
He does.
Boy, he does.
Yeah, he's going to be P4 here.
P4, and that is going to bump Jeremy Cook and Ted Deckard. Let's take a look at this. Zach Mertis, he needs to put down a fast lap here if he wants to race in the feature tonight.
High stakes drama right here.
No kidding.
And here comes Mertis off the corner. Round of turn 4. Let's see where it puts him.
And survey says he's going to be slower. He is going home.
Dang. Oof, that's tough.
That's tough. And Mason
We got
Moria.
one more qualifier. Jackson Beckman, I think. No?
What?
Jason Beckman, I believe.
Jason? I'm sorry.
I don't-
What'd I say?
I don't see him.
Well, maybe not. This might be it, folks.
He might have dropped out.
Could be. Could be.
Well, and Mason Moriarty is going to win the pole for the Daytona Thunder 200. And on the outside pole...
Pending the next 2 minutes. Oh, I might want to hit ready to race. Sorry.
Is there really somebody on track?
No. But I went ahead and hit ready to race because, you know, I'm smart.
And you are ready to race.
I am. Because I'm not racing. So Landon's going to get in by the hair of his chinny chin chin. 41st. Great run there, Lando.
Mr. Lando Calrissian.
Maybe he wasn't taking it too serious on that qualifying. He's just waiting for the race to start.
Could be. Got
Man,
a
we are
bunch of
getting
sleepers in
a
here.
lot of subs tonight. Thank you, everybody.
We got 26 viewers in, looks like YouTube land there, AJ.
Means we currently have none in Facebook.
See, I just use Facebook for people to come over to YouTube. You see.
See, I try to make it easy for everybody, whether you want to watch on Facebook or...
See, if I watch on Facebook, that means I have to be committed to Facebook. But if I watch on YouTube, I can do other things while watching you. See.
Well, here it is. We're getting ready to grid, and let's run down the top 30 here tonight. Populate that bad boy, the grid, and I'll take us through the top 10. Gary's going to take you through 11 through 20, and Mike Campiggio is going to take you from 21st to 30th. It's going to be Mason Moriarty on the pole for tonight's event, followed by Michael Dow. Third, it's going to be Noah Wilson. Rodney Roberts in fourth. In fifth, it's Todd Lamphere. In sixth, it's Clay Nelson. Robert Elmar is going to be 7th. Dominic Rossi in 8th. 9th, it's Edward Fielder. And 10th, Isaac Wilson. Gary, take us to 20.
11th, we actually have a three-way tie between the 82 of Chris Sommers, the 4 of Logan Rhodes, and the 97 of CJ Almond. 14th is going to be Gary Eldred. 15th is going to be Ian Slager. 16th is going to be Joe Thompson. 17th is going to be Jimmy Green. 18th is Daniel Alvarez. 19th is going to be Bob Eldred. And rounding out the top 20, it's going to be James Thurston, the 96.
Okay, and then we have Oscar Henson in 21st, William Stump in 22nd, Ryan Billy in 23rd, Adam McKinney in 24th, Sam Hintz is going to be 25th, Matthew Croak, hopefully I said that name right, is 26th, Darian Dennis is 27th, Alexander, I do not know how to say
Balderas.
Balderas is 28th, Charles Whitehead is 29th, and Kevin Weist rounds out your top 30.
All right, everybody else is going to populate by on your screen. Guys, what are we looking forward tonight? 80 laps. Gary, kind of run over how far they can go on a tank of fuel here.
Well, they could go anywhere from 32 to 38 laps, and depending on with this draft, I think you could see these guys stretch it to 40, maybe even 42 laps. Basically, this race is going to be about 1 to 2 pit stops. If we go green all the way, you get 3 sets of tires in the pits, plus the one you start on, so you get 4 for the whole race, and you get 1 fast repair. Forgot to mention that earlier. So it's going to be interesting. I think we're going to see a mixed bag of strategies, and there's no stages here in Thunderstorm League of Racing, which I love. So you're really going to see strategies all over the board here. You're going to see teammates try to link up with each other, especially if they didn't qualify too well, or if it's just going to be, I think it's going to be a mixed bag. What do you think, Mike?
I think, it could be a mixed bag, especially with the strategy, especially if you have green flag pit stops. Some guys may have fuel-only pit stops, or if you have yellow flag pit stops, you may be able to do 2 tires, you may be able to do 4 tires. But I think the racing is going to be very intense early, and I expect to see maybe a lot of 2 and 3 wide action.
Well, I think you'll see that early on and then extremely late in the race. I think what ultimately these guys are wanting to do is they're wanting to get to that first pit stop, get through that first run. The nerves are going to be pretty high until they drop the green flag. After all, it is Daytona. It is the first race of the year. Everybody wants to do well in this race.
Well, you guys mentioned teammates. There's another thing you got to think about. Manufacturer teammates here. Are we going to see Toyotas work together, Chevy and Fords work together, or are we just going to see literally open season? But let's get right to it. That pace car is about to dive for cover, and we are about to get Season 5 underway. We are a green here at Daytona International Speedway.
Calm start so far.
Oh, well, I feel like that's all going to change very soon with 43 roaring engines flying around this 2.5 mile speedway. And here they come, coming straight at the camera here. Moriarty on the inside, Dow on the outside, and obviously my pick, Noah Wilson, second on the inside. Hopefully I don't jinx him there.
In that inside lane. Michael Dow, almost called him McDowell, getting a nice push here from the 28. He's going to lead the first lap.
Yeah, he is. In that wonderful White Castle. Getting me hungry over here, guys.
Right? Gonna get a lot of hungry fat people up in this booth.
Yeah, happy they reinforced it.
I was going to say, not a lot of bump drafting so far. Everybody's kind of been leaning off the bumpers so far.
Well, and I've noticed during the last couple of updates they've had with iRacing, the truck and the Xfinity car and even the Cup car, it's just really unstable to push. These cars are already really all over the place as it is nowadays with the plate package. Trying to get up to somebody's bumper and hoping they hold a steady wheel, that's a tall task. And I think we're going to see the repercussions of that throughout the early portions of this race.
So as we have about 56 cars on the field, I guess we did take the full field here. Oh boy. What do they do for pit stops?
Oh, we're wrecking, guys. We're wrecking back of the field.
Big wreck for 90th back here.
Oh God.
That is the entire field, ladies and gentlemen.
That is the big one right there.
I don't even know where that started.
Oh, we're gonna zoom it all the way out.
It looked like it was a 3-wide battle.
Oh, 3 wide on lap 4. Great.
Oh, looks like it blinked out for a half a second. Look for the O2 of Zach Murtis. Or the 54 of Charles Whitehead. We're just going to continue moving up the racetrack here as we see more and more people that are involved. And we'll bring you that caution momentarily.
Yeah, it's just a big accordion effect with these guys here in the back. Since they're allowing all 59 starters to race, it's, big wreck.
I literally just saw that out of the corner of my eye, and that's why I had to say
and it's going to start with the 54 of Charles Whitehead. Yeah, big accordion effect, and here it is.
Got a big old bump in the middle of the corner. You can't do that here at Daytona.
Most likely going to blink any second now. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Well, one good news is everybody gets one fast repair. Bad news is hopefully nobody had to jump to pit road because you're going to lose a couple laps there.
Easy a couple laps right there.
So, Gary, we were getting to it. With so many vehicles on the racetrack, how do they work pit stops?
Well, iRacing assigns you a pit stall. And usually what'll happen is you'll be able to see that pit stall no matter what. So I think they're just going to allow them to all pit at the same time, to my knowledge, and just throw them to the wolves a little bit, I guess. That's my guess. I have no idea. I know there's multi-class racing on iRacing that runs at Daytona with the Daytona 24. So, and I mean, those have over 60 cars in there, so it'll be interesting how we see these oval guys do it.
I wonder if anybody will miss their pit box, too.
Yeah, especially if you've changed your number or you have a new scheme or something like that going into the new year. That is definitely going to be something we'll have to watch for, seeing these guys miss their stall. Looks like everybody's coming down pit road now, so.
Well, if anything, top off. I doubt you're going to be taking tires.
Looks like a few people opted to stay out. I don't know if it's because of the chaos. They just want to be ahead of it. But I'm kind of with you, AJ. Even though we're only just a handful of laps into this thing, I would want to, pit or stay out, maybe avoid the chaos, or even come in and pit just to top off on gas.
Well, Gary, let's take a look at some of our picks here. I picked Noah Wilson. He's currently in third. Mike, who was your pick?
Landon Williams, and he did get a little bit of damage from that last wreck that we just had, and he's currently in 31st right now.
I got him all the way in 49th, actually. 48th, climbing back up.
Okay, looks like iRacing has not updated.
Well, it only updates when they cross the line. He's moving up the racetrack, so it could just be taking a little while here. And Gary, who was your pick, and did he make it through the wreck?
My pick was
Chase
Schaefer. I don't know if he made it to the wreck.
Well, he's up 17 spots and currently in 15th, so I would take that as a big yes there.
I would take it as a yes as well. I hope he didn't have to use his fast repair. We'll just leave it at that.
Well, we're getting it lined up here again, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to All-Star 15 TV. Whether you are on Facebook or YouTube, welcome to the channel. hit that like button and subscribe on YouTube and like the page on Facebook so you get all the updates. I'm Aja Capola. We have Mike Campiggio and Gary Wells in the broadcast booth, a fully reinforced broadcast booth.
Got some extra padding up here.
Okay. Remember, chat room is open. It'll populate on the right-hand side of your screen, so please be kosher on everything you say. It will be seen. Darren Dennis, as he's got a couple friends in the chat room, currently in the 25th position. And here we go again. Let's see that green flag. And there it is. We are green once again. Great restart by Mason Moriarty. Noah Wilson giving him a nice shot from behind. But it looks like that top line has it put together just a little bit as I say that Isaac Wilson in 93 is just going to duck out of the way. The Daytona super stretch. That's a lot of vehicles flying down this backstretch.
You know,
Yeah,
AJ.
there's a lot of vehicles.
You know, AJ, I'll be very interested to see now after we had that early wreck if these guys are gonna take it a little bit more cautiously or they're just gonna be just ramped up aggressive still.
Hell no, they ain't. They're still side by side all the way through this pack. 3 wide here in the middle with Ryan Billy.
Well, side by side is okay. 3 wide, maybe later.
They went back to 2 wide.
I am all for racing hard.
Out of the 3 wide again with Chase Schaefer. Here he goes. Up the middle.
Ooh, the
Stuck in
4
the middle
almost
with
gets
no
in the
one.
wall. Logan Rhodes almost into the turn 1 wall.
Still 3 wide. Chase Schaefer's in the sucker hole.
But the thing is, I wouldn't call it a sucker hole right now because he is moving.
You can make it work for a little while until the outside lane and the inside lane gain momentum. Really, we've seen the middle work at Talladega really well on iRacing. You can make up a lot of spots.
Yeah, but isn't Talladega a little bit wider?
It is. It is. I think it's about double the width. I think this place is only about 50 feet, where Talladega is about 90, 80 feet wide.
Really?
Something like that.
Look at Schaefer move.
Yeah, he's able to make that middle lane work. That's been very impressive so far. He's getting right up here with these guys up here in the top 5.
It looks like he's making it work on his own right now.
Yeah, and you can for the most part with the side draft and things. So I mean, it's working out pretty good for him. I think what's been his saving grace is he's been able to find a hole by the time he gets to the corner, so he can fall into line as we have
Yellow
another
flag
caution
is
here.
out. Kevin West. Take a look at this as I'm looking for the name. Oh boy, there it is.
Oh no, Kevin, you have no front end. You are modified. Oh wait, that wasn't Kevin. Never mind.
Here it is. Oh, they're wrecking in front of him. Hold on.
Yeah, it looks like the
The 03.
03 and a purple car. I couldn't see the number on that one.
The 10.
Ah, yes.
All right, well, let's take a look at this. Oh, they were using... Oh, wow.
Whoa, what is going on?
Oh my.
Okay, well, this started down the backstretch. Let's take a look at this.
Some car's just trying to mind his own business. Oh, we got blocking back here for like 80.
Woo!
Oh,
Whoa!
what is that?
Is that net code?
It just cut. And he's going to come back up on the racetrack, clip the 10.
Oh,
That is just bad timing.
No.
Very bad timing.
Oh no.
I just realized that car just said corn hub.
That's funny. Well, that has caused Steve Accardi to disconnect, unfortunately.
I just don't understand what happened on the back straightaway to get him in the grass.
Unless he was just trying to fill the hole real fast and really jerk the wheel to the left.
I mean, that can be a thing here. And I mean, we are on iRacing, so there could be some hardware issues.
Let's see what happens with this 91. I just got to find him on Nathan Orlowski here. Let's see. Oh, God. Oh.
And he gets hit another time.
And then another time. I mean, I've seen cars look worse. Wow.
You know what's been interesting so far, guys? All the mayhem that we've seen has been in the back of the field to mid-pack, which, you know, at super speedways, there's nowhere that you can be safe. You can be in the front of the field, you can be in the back of the field, you can be in the mid-pack, and something happens around you, and if it's not your own doing, you're gonna get caught into it because you got no place to go.
Yeah, that's the sucky part. You know, with these big super speedways, anything can happen. And sometimes you're just in the middle of something you didn't create. Wow. Well, second caution of the evening, and we're only 11 laps in. Our chat room is completely blowing up.
Some salty drivers right here.
I believe so. Ooh.
It's
We
okay.
got some mad people in here.
It's gone. I saw a couple bad words, and I was like, nope. Not having Facebook take it down. But we still got Mason Moriarty on P1. But P2 moves up to Noah Wilson. P3 is Michael Dow. And Dominic Rossi in 4th. 5th right now is Chase Schaefer, up 27 spots. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say he's our biggest mover of the race. In 6th, it's Todd Lamphere. Chris Summers in 7th. 8th, it's Isaac Wilson. 9th, Robert Almar, and 10th, Bob Eldridge. As we're getting lined up right now, pretty sure we have right around 45 cars on the lead lap. So a lot of cars.
Yeah. This race, now that we've allowed the entire field, it's going to be attrition. You know, guys, maybe I should hop behind. I'm kidding. Kidding.
Well,
Oh,
we're
let's
about
see.
to go
Let's
green
on
once
that
again.
Big, beautiful pace car. I don't even know why I called it big. It's not even that big. And it's a Ford, so why is it beautiful?
I thought you liked Fords.
I keep wrecking them Fords. Pace car's in.
You might have to change that.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, I no
Got a
longer drive Fords. Green flag!
green flag again. There goes Barney's throwing out his arm.
Barney's throwing out his arm. You got the 2 Fords here on the bottom. I hope that White Castle car goes to the outside.
You know, if White
Takes the
Castle
lead.
wins, do we get free burgers?
I wish. That'd be awesome.
Because I'm not saying I'm hungry, but I could definitely eat.
Yes, and they're 2x2x2. We got Noah's Ark, and guess who's leading it? Noah Wilson. I've been trying that for 13 races now. Here we are. Okay, I'll see myself out.
No, don't see yourself out. Actually, why don't we see about bringing possibly somebody in? Let's talk to Mr. Radioactive, since, you know, he decided to not race tonight. Honestly, might be a smart move.
Oh, hello, guys.
What's going on, Mike? Wish you were on the track, but I'm happy for your mental state that having 60 drivers on the racetrack.
I can explain what happened if you want.
Go ahead. What happened? Did you lose power?
I know. Okay, because Baker tagged me in the chat as I'm on my way home that Gary, you joined, I think, as driver by accident.
Sure did.
there were 4 other open spots, and it said the thing was full. I would have made qualifying. I would have been in there, but yeah, it's probably for the best that I'm not now that I'm watching it.
My bad. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's not your fault. I've had this happen before. I'm not, like I said, I'm watching. I am so happy I am not there.
Yeah, it's pretty wild out here. But I will tell you what, Noah's Ark is leading this race.
I'm proud of him. I didn't think he could do it.
He's leading a field of 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2.
Really? You didn't
Can't
think he
believe
can do
there's
it?
2 by 2.
I have eaten this up, man. I have to.
Well, he's got Chase Schaefer right behind him, and he's up 30 positions. I honestly think that number 99 could literally pull out a line and just pass and be able to just stay there. I really think he's just toying with Noah.
I think he is too. Because Chase is pretty good at these plate tracks.
Oh, he's playing games with him. We know what Schaefer does.
Oh. And that outside lane isn't looking too bad. I mean, it's pretty well organized and together, but they got a lot of fast guys here on the bottom lane. They got Noah, they've got Chase, they've got Ryan Billy in this line. So it's going to be pretty tough to make some moves. And you got Mason there too.
We're gonna have a little fun game though for y'all and the stream. It's lap 16. There is 56 cars. How many do you think are going to be running at the end of this?
Oh boy.
Can I be honest with you?
Go for it.
30.
That's more than I was thinking.
I was gonna say 15 or 10, but okay.
I was gonna go with 20.
Yeah, I was gonna go around 20 or 25.
It's not bad.
But that's normal for super speedway racing. You're gonna lose a lot of cars with the amount of speeds and some of the moves these drivers are gonna put on each other later on in the race.
Oh, absolutely.
But Mike, happy you're here. Happy you're back for another season. Hopefully by next Wednesday we get everything figured out. Like, it is awesome that almost 60 drivers wanted to come out and race. But for my opinion, and I'm happy that Noah, Chase, Devin, and Ian give us as announcers platforms. Oh no!
Big crash.
Was that Daniel?
Oh, they're still wrecking.
Oh, they're wrecking off turn 4.
Darren Dennis. Oh
What
no!
an ARCA wreck.
Keen.
That is the most ARCA wreck I've ever seen.
Oh boy!
You had the wreck and the follow-up wreck. Murtis ain't happy. He's mad about something.
Where's Lucas? Where's Martin? Because I heard some words that cannot be said on stream.
85.
Oh, it's the
Oscar
it's
Henson.
the 13 and the 85. It looks like they made contact and 13 nailed it into
Andrew
the fence.
McKinney.
Here it is.
13 is junk. Oh wow, I can't go back and watch it. Oh yes, I can. There we go.
Oh God! Oh, there's a car upside down.
Oh.
Several cars upside down, probably.
It looks like McKinney was a victim of... Ooh, no! A checkup on the bottom hits the apron, and 85 is just a victim, and it's on from there.
An innocent victim of circumstances right there, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Wow.
There were some hard hits in that wreck.
Well, you see the 85 go upside down, and something we
I'm
do
glad
on
this
this
ain't the next
channel
gen. You might have to
all
go
the
through special
time.
protocol.
He's
I think
airborne.
a guy I feel the most bad about is Jarrett. Jarrett was just minding his own business and got collected after that.
We talk about Jarrett Manning.
Yes, sir.
He is somebody that 99% of the time is not involved in anything that he
That's
causes.
his fault. Yeah, exactly.
It's never his fault.
I could think of a time at Watkins Glen where, Michael
We
Eckhart
don't
doesn't
talk
know how to
about that.
keep it straight and got Manny involved in several wrecks.
We made an agreement to
Gonna take
not
a
have a good
view.
race.
Guys, we're gonna take a view at the blimp cam here. Gonna get us a big shot of everything. You see the 7 Duke. That's Jarrett Manning. And so far, and gone.
Man, did you bring up the Ricky Bobby graphic?
I did.
Yes.
Did Landon slide his way through that?
He also slid right through his pit stall.
Yeah. The
Sorry,
downside to 60 cars here is shared pit stalls.
I mean, I would rather mess up on pit road than definitely be involved in one of those wrecks.
It looked
for
like
sure.
it looked like the turn 4 wreck after the caution was out was between the 95 and 25, and it looked like somebody slowed down for the yellow, and the person behind him did not check up in time, and then they had 3 cars wreck off turn 4 to the pit road entrance.
Wow. So, how many drivers do you think have run out of their fast repairs at this point?
All of them.
At least the back half of the field.
I think the next wreck you see, we're gonna see this lap down counter get bigger and bigger
And bigger.
and bigger.
So, Mike, happy to have you up here, Mr. Radioactive.
Nice to be here.
Are you excited to start racing? What track are you looking forward to throughout this upcoming season?
Not road courses.
Next week, The Rock. I want Noah to race. I owe him a little favor.
Oh boy, just a little one.
Yeah, actually a little one. I don't know if you remember, AJ. That was my first ever race in the league when Sean Lester introduced me, and I went toe to toe with Noah in the closing laps for third. But eventually he got me because I didn't have any tire left.
Yeah, Rockingham is one of them tough tracks on tires.
Yes,
It's
yes,
gonna be a
it
good
is.
one next week. I think you're gonna really see the real talent come out for next week.
Well, I think that's what we
Rockingham will be
see
fun.
pretty much all the time. Everybody comes to Daytona because it's
Daytona.
the first race, and it's the 500, or for Thunderstorm, the 200. I really think when we start next week at the Rock is when we really start to see who is going to be a contender.
I can promise you boys right now, I won't be the contender. Maybe at the Rock, yes, but for the season, I will not.
Well, I mean, Radio Sweetheart, you definitely a contender for that.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the schedule as we speak.
And he's gonna be like, I'm gonna be Radio Sweetheart there, be Radio Sweetheart there.
Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll make Kentucky.
Dude, Kentucky's a fun race. I just broadcasted a league race there on
Well,
Monday.
they're gonna be doing the old Kentucky there, AJ.
Oh, Legacy Kentucky.
Oh,
But
yeah.
let's hold that, and green flag back in the air. Your front row right there, Dominic Rossi and Chris Summers. And away we go again. 20 laps in, 60 to go.
Well, I'll tell you who's caught my eye already. That 02 car, Zach. Started
Zach
way,
Curtis.
way back there. In the 50th some position. He's made his way up to 8th already.
Yep, started 46, working his way up into that top 10 very nicely here.
I
Yeah.
believe he was in one of those wrecks early on, wasn't he?
Yes, he was involved in the wreck on lap like 5 or whatever it was.
Well, you had the O2 Emeritus, and then right around him you have Jeremy Cook in the 70. He's also up a lot of spots. I'm thinking 36. So people are moving
Here comes
throughout
Chase
this race.
Schaefer up the middle again. He's got Ryan Billy to help him this time. Forcing his way in there. Very nice. Very nicely done.
Here
Moves
comes
like that
Schaefer
are why
again.
I'm happy I'm not racing.
I can tell you that Chase Safer car looks like one of those cars that LG used to drive in Daytona Talladega, where he could go wherever he wanted, put that car wherever he wanted to, and people would go with him all the time.
Yep, and it looks like he's got that same type of mentality here. He's got the 23 with him. And he's looking to go to the front.
Yeah, as
And
you
he's
see the
definitely got-
25.
He's definitely got a car to beat us. These guys are getting all wiggly.
I don't
and
know if
stuff.
that's gonna work, boys. I don't know.
And
keep
he's
an
gonna
eye on-
clear him. He's gonna make himself clear.
Oh,
Oh, they're
That
3 wide.
34 has no help.
Honestly, for that 34, his best bet is to sneak behind the 23, which he does. Man, with some of these cars fishtailing from top to bottom, gets really, really nervous. But that 25, Gary Eldridge, is moving. You know, even with that rear end damage.
I don't know if that's gonna work for him.
Does his
Sorry, I got focused on watching. Zach and Schaefer are really trying to split the middle there between that 38 and 25.
The 25 does some big damage to that back bumper too.
Yeah, that 19 ain't gonna have a very good, solid bumper to push on when they're down these straightaways here.
Oh, you could just see them wanting to go.
There's nowhere
man.
to go.
Well, that's the issue. The 82 and the 25 have it locked down up front.
And I feel like right now, when the race is locked up like this, when both lines are kind of equal, it's all about who can get the best push and the best, momentum from 3 or 4 cars back.
Hey, AJ, you liked your own stream. Good job, buddy.
I accidentally hit it. I wanted to see what would have happened. But I was like, no, and then I was like, screw it. As we're about to put lap 25 on the board. Oh, it looks like the 82 pretty much has lane choice right now. As Chase Schaefer's up on the wall.
Oh, Schaefer up in the fence.
I don't think he planned to do that.
I don't think he planned to do that either.
so.
It got us excited up here in the booth, though.
These cars are really getting squirrely right now in the draft.
Yeah, and as the tires start to fall off, it's not going to get any better, that's for sure. And that track has cooled down a little bit since the start of this race.
It's crazy how after one little tap of the wall, the top that was so organized gets so split apart and gives the bottom a chance to rally back.
Yeah, but that top is still going with a full head of steam.
We got a move going.
Eldridge making a move. That 36 goes to the inside, or 38.
Schaefer gonna make it 3 wide up top.
There he goes. He's gonna have Billy to go with him.
He's gonna bring everybody. I'm surprised Mertes isn't gonna.
Billy decided not to.
Mertes. Honestly, if I was in that field, I would do the exact same thing. You know that 99 is really fast. He can't pass you if he's in the back.
Well, that is true, but if there's somebody I'm watching for later in the race, either I can follow or have them push me later on, it's going to be that 99.
I like my chances with the 02. Not because I've known Zach for a long time, because... Ooh.
What about that 02?
I had to hold my breath for that one, Gary. Oh, my God.
We about had another massive wreck right there.
Nice save. Everybody's showing off their saving abilities here tonight, that's for sure.
I could just imagine if a wreck happens at the front of this pack, everybody's getting involved.
Oh, absolutely. But I was going to say
all your fast repairs are GONE.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what were you going to say there, Radio Sweetheart?
I think Zach is a good pick. If... this is the part.
On the apron.
we're wrecking.
Everybody's
there
involved.
Goes. There
Well,
it goes. There,
now
look
what?
at that.
That is like the ARCA wreck of the year right there. That's beautiful. That's great.
Turn 4.
Turn 4 is Calamity Corner.
Oh man, oh man. Oh, you got Noah.
That was
you
the
got
most Benny
Schaefer.
Parsons thing I've ever heard you say. Man, oh man, what a wreck!
Guys, I think that was everybody but 5 cars.
I'm trying to scroll through and I don't see anybody with that's clean.
I gave up when I saw there were 56 cars racing on scroll.
I see a clean car. I see a clean car.
I see a clean car. It's the leader.
Well, that too.
I'm gonna
pretty
go.
clean.
I'm gonna go back and ride on here with Schaefer and see what happens.
I see a couple modifieds out there now.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be seeing them in a couple weeks. Oh, wow.
Oh, that changes everything right there, boys.
See if we can find Ryan Billy to jump on board with.
Yeah, I'm trying to find him. Why am I doing this the hard way?
It's okay. You can also look at my screen in in Discord.
That's true. That's very true.
Oh, here it is. This is the start of it.
Yeah, I just found it on mine. Yep. Oh, wow. Yeah, push going wrong with
Oh,
the
my
damage that 25 has.
Emotional, physical, mental,
Oh, our very own Noah Wilson, nowhere to go.
mechanical.
Oh, there's still people wrecking when they
They're
try to get
they're
going.
crashing in the back before they even get there.
Hold on, we gotta look at this 34 because that didn't look good. Gotta figure out who is the 34. There's so many drivers.
The 34
Daniel
is Daniel
Alvarez. Look at this. He starts going again, gasses it, gets hit by the 21, and at that point, don't you just lock down the tires and just wait for it to be over?
Yep.
You don't
'Cause
try.
you don't-
You don't try to accelerate out of it.
Because you don't know who else is coming at you.
I know. I was just surprised that he just gassed it, got hit by the 21. Like, you already see people coming towards you. You know, I don't know.
Oh, wow. I know somebody, it's River Page, has got to be kicking himself right now. Involved in that last yellow after the fact, and then involved in this one again.
Oh, God. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not normal for the Thunderstorm League of Racing. You know, outside of the 56 cars, that's a first. But usually we get some nice green flag runs. Wow.
AJ?
AJ, you've had a camera request from the O2 car, rear camera.
The O2 rear camera.
Yep, the gearbox. Oh my God, you should watch the gearbox. Wow.
Well, let's go find Zach Murtis. It's gonna take me a while because there's so many drivers and I have to go through each and every one. He's in third. And let's go all the way to that gearbox. You're in 3 and 4. Woo! SpongeBob's got freckles now.
AJ,
Definitely scary.
looks like my pick is done for tonight.
Well, that's
Who was your
unfortunate.
pick?
Landon Williams. He's on pit road right
Oh.
now.
He's just
That's
fixing
a
it. He'll be
shame.
all right. He still has his fast repair.
Oh, that's good. Good to
Yeah,
know
so
that.
yeah, because he hasn't been he hasn't used it. He's just been getting all the damage fixed.
I mean,
Smart man, smart man. I
Smart.
mean, that lap counter is down to 41 cars a lap down.
oof.
Yep, 41st and back are all lap
Or,
down.
yeah,
He's been staying on
41st
the lead
and
lap.
Well, before we go green tonight, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to All Star 15 TV, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Opens up the chat box on YouTube to come talk to us. Unfortunately, I had to shut it off on screen. Some things were being said, and I don't want it to get taken down.
Let's light them up, boys. Here we go again.
Fall Out Boy reference, got it. And here we go. Green flag back in the air. 82 with a really good restart, but is hung out to dry. That inside line should have no problem, man. I say
Oh!
that. Outside lane should have no problem.
Interesting decision.
There goes Murtis.
Ah, the
Honestly,
Chevy.
not surprised. He's been itching to get up into the lead since he's been up in this lead draft. So
The Chevy
That's
works with the
right.
Chevy.
I was going to
That's right.
say about Zach's being my pick earlier. We've done a lot of super speedway racing together throughout our time coming up to this season starting. Especially with me spotting him, he's gotten a lot better and come a long way. So I expect him to be up here and in contention tonight.
yeah, and he's definitely been known to be one of the more aggressive racers here in this league. So it makes sense that he's making some bold moves like this. And you know, it's about that time
we're
where you're going to start
3-1.
experimenting. We're in that portion of the race, so.
He's trying to get my Mr. Restrictor plate title from me. Can't do that if I'm not racing, bud.
Woo!
Well,
Darren Dennis
call
in
you
the
Mr.
wall on the
Radioactive.
outside.
You know, we talked a little bit earlier about manufacturers trying to help each other, and right there on that restart was an example of two Chevy guys helping each other out.
Thank you. I did bring that up. Thank you.
Yeah, and you got two Fords right here with the 96 and the 6, and the 29's in a Chevrolet, and I think that 38 is in a Toyota. So it's we got a little bit of variety up here, but yeah, you're definitely leaning towards the Chevys and the Chevys working together, like manufacturers for sure.
That outside line needs some help. We know how fast that 38, not the 38, the 82 and the 02 are, but it looks like that 60 is really staying off of Murtis there. They need that help to move forward because that inside lane looks hooked up.
Yeah, they need that help. They necessarily don't need to be making contact with bumpers because you don't want to push the pusher, but that 60 has to be a lot closer than what he is right now.
And we're coming up on some lap traffic here.
And that's always a very sketchy thing, especially in the draft, trying to go 3 wide past a lap car.
And a lot of times, depending on what portion of the race, that laps car will do exactly what he did.
Man.
Oh, there you go. Oh, no. Don't do
no.
exactly that.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Kevin LePage. Kevin LePage.
He needed to do that way
wow.
sooner.
And we got distracted with that. Look at the change for position. The 38 jumped with the 82 and 02.
Yeah, that didn't work out for him. Here comes the 29 and the 96 of Thurston. They're going to take the lead here.
Somebody's a Kevin Harvick fan.
Shout out to Dalton Fredericks. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th car in line on the bottom lane.
And 8th on the speedway. Right behind Zach Murtis.
I think they're gonna calm down for a little bit now. They got some new players up here, a little bit of uncharted territory for some.
You're fooling me.
You'd be surprised, but I may be wrong. I've been wrong before.
You know, we're really not seeing the 3 wide like we saw earlier. So maybe that's them calming down a little bit, but we're still seeing 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back. Just right now, looking from your lead all the way to 16th place is under a second.
Yeah, they're all up in this blanket right here, and it's 2 by 2 all the way through.
And only 3 drivers in this whole field right now have yet to pit. That's the 36 of Bob Eldridge, Chris Summers in the 82, and Zach Murtis in the 02. All have yet to pit whatsoever. Ooh! Looks like we're getting some closer racing. Everybody getting nose to tail. I say that.
We have another caution.
Oh, we got a wreck in the back. Oh no.
Oh, they're already wrecking back here.
They're
Oh
about
boy.
to wreck up front here.
Oh no.
Did they just wreck up front?
No, I just watched Ted. I thought he had it saved.
Oh,
Oh,
the 15.
And I lost him. So we're going to your view, AJ.
The 15 of Lucas Martin.
was he trying to make a 3 wide?
It looks like he was trying to make it 3 wide
No, I mean...
with a clip. A clip.
Oh.
And then 12 also came down a little bit too.
That's the back of the field. I feel like just instead of, you want to get organized and lined up and go, they're overly aggressive. But at the same time, you got guys that can't help it and are trying to get around the slower cars.
Yeah, he was a lap down too when all this happened.
We're close to halfway, boys.
You said Lucas was a lap down when that happened?
No, Joe Thompson.
Ah, I was gonna say Lucas being a lap down would have reminded me of last season. I don't want to remember that. We battled half the race for the lucky dog after the lap 2 wreck. Just for me, oh my god, that was a nightmare.
We got the leaders coming down per road here, guys.
It's feeding time. 36 misses a stall.
Well, that could be hazardous to your starting spot.
Looks like
Look at this. There's a prime example of people sharing pit stalls. I've actually never seen it happen right in front of me.
I mean, when you have double the field size, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
About half the field is sharing stalls.
I'm gonna see what the first couple cars that are officially out are. Ryan Billy.
Oh no, the 23 actually out Ryan Billy.
Yeah, he told me before you guys pulled me. I was talking to him. He wasn't sure how much longer he was going to do this. At least this race, just because of the amount of cars and. I mean, everybody. I slightly sympathize with him, but at the same time, this gets my blood boiling. Like, I want to be out there racing so bad against all the odds.
Well, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, it'll be the restart. With just about half the race left to go. Right now, Chris Summers is leading Dalton Fredericks under our 5th caution. We'll be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We are back. Thanks to the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. If you guys want to go check them out, it's a show that I run, so please go check them out. You can find them on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Tomorrow we're talking about the 100 years of Disney exposition from the Franklin Institute of Technology. Funny looking,
funny.
like do I amuse you like a clown?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
All right. Don't bury the lead here.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air.
Boys.
Chris
Hey,
Summers.
We're near halfway.
Chris
outside.
Summers with an excellent launch, but right behind him, Jason Stevenson with a lot of nose damage. That is not going to help him.
No, he needs to stay right up, tucked up in that draft. They got the 45 here. Dalton Fredericks leading the outside lane. He's going to get a pretty good run off this corner. He's got Charles Bachman behind him in the 14. Good to see him back in this league in this all neon green Chevrolet.
I thought I saw somebody in the wall off turn 2.
Oh,
Well, there
wow.
probably would have been. Look at Jack Brown as well. Shout out to the car going for Dale.
That's a nice looking car, the number 3 Jack Brown.
Wow, we must have had a couple pit stops go amiss. Zach Zach
There was
and Sam
also-
Hines all the way back to 21st and 23rd.
Well, there's also some folks that stayed out too. So a little bit at this point, if you pitted the last caution, you're going to stay out for this one here. And I think it was just a matter of people just coming in and topping off fuel and that kind of thing. We haven't really had much of a run this race to be able to get these guys to get some laps in. So I think everybody's going to be pretty safe on fuel to the end here.
Oh boy, Charles
just
Bachman
for
looks like he
laps,
wants to go.
And it doesn't help that he's got the 8 car behind him.
8A. We'll call that 8A.
Cool.
Just to
I
give him some.
told you I was going to say it.
I know you were.
I guess we'll give the dynamic duo here some spotlight, running 24th and 25th, Zach and Sean.
Honestly,
gonna be
being
long
this
before they
far
found each other.
back, at this point, I would back up even further because we're gonna have another wreck. Just looking at the
34
field.
almost caused one right there. Got up almost into the 8A. But they're good now. We're all good. There's still 2x2x2x2. Where's
Ooh.
Noah leading this pack?
Oh, Noah's leading the backpack.
Are they 2x2x2x2x2?
Probably.
Saying that so many times is crazy. Oh, they're not. They're 3 wide up here in the middle.
Yes, they
are.
sure are. Sure
Who
are.
is that?
I can't English. I don't know.
That is a young gun there, a rookie, Sam Hines.
He
We
is
did-
saying, I got fresh blood. I'm ignorant.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do this. We're going 3 wide.
Somebody was cutting grass.
Get the mowers out.
Ian had a little shout. Sam's gonna be one of them good guys in here. We did the Ian's Clash race at IRP. Sam was really good.
Yeah, how'd that go?
You don't want to know.
All right.
It wasn't televised, so if that tells
Yeah.
you anything.
For good reason. I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was. We had me, Aaron, and a couple others kind of just had a laugh. That's why I don't know if anyone saw that photo I put a couple of days ago when we did that of us just burning out at the end of the race on the front straightaway.
I did see that.
We didn't take it serious. It was all for fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the class should be.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
But it does, at a track like IRP, I will say some of the guys, some of the rookies in here, it does showcase a lot of talent. So I know who's going to be very serious and who isn't. That's
Yeah,
6 and 71
IRP
for
usually
two of 'em.
puts on some of the best racing in the stock car service. I mean, I haven't seen whether it's late model, modifieds, Xfinity car, truck. I mean, it always seems to put on a good show on iRacing.
Oh, we got a stack up here in the front on the bottom. Oh,
Yeah, no
big
kidding.
stack up.
Uh-oh. Meanwhile, that's happening. The outside lane's gotten organized, and they got to run here. They're side by side for the lead here. I think Dalton has a nose. I think he's going to get the lead. There he does.
Ooh,
but I have
he
no
does
darling.
lead that lap.
Dalton, don't do what I did. Don't clear yourself.
Now, Gary, you got some background knowledge on Dalton Fredericks. Who does he have on the spotter stand and on the crew chief stand, all in one?
So, Joe is out to dinner still. I know he's in there hanging out with the guys, but I don't think he's really.
Oh,
I don't think he's really
weird.
helping out Dalton
I'm kind of peeping a little bit on Dalton. He's registered as a spotter right now, but I don't. You're right.
He
I don't
doesn't-
think he's fully here.
He doesn't really spot. He's more of just he just calls the strategy for him, and as a
That's fair.
cheerleader. But yeah, he normally has Joe Hutchings, the owner of Hutch Sport Racing, usually does a strategy for him during these races, and I mean he's up to P2, so sometimes
I
you have to
could've
buy your own
stopped
track
for Zach.
position, and that's what Dalton was doing there, just to get out of the chaos a little bit.
Sometimes it's better to be in the heart of the chaos because you'd be surprised. It's not where it happens.
Right. It's usually right in front or right behind.
Oh yeah.
well, it looks like Chris Summers is going to take that lead once again, getting a really nice push from the 72 of Jason Stevenson. Let's drop further back mid-pack, and let's see how crazy it is back here.
Oh, Dalton's in the wall a little bit off 4.
Yep, he clipped that wall just a little bit.
34 and 45 make contact.
Sorry, AJ. I know you're trying to go to the back of the field, but I
Nope,
just saw it.
I jumped it right back to the front, and you could see that he is falling a little bit. He's a plow right now on the top side.
There's about 2 or 3 different little packs here.
You know, if that 34 wants to run to the top, he's got to just go. He doesn't have a lot of time to lollygag all the way to that top side as he's going to get right in front of Dalton.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that if you're new to restricted point racing or don't know a lot of it,
hang on to it.
these guys
Double trouble, 34 and the 3.
Yeah.
Oh, Dalton going to the bottom.
Honestly, that was a smart move.
I think he said, bleep this, bleep, I'm out. I think that's what he said. We'll just.
And notice how almost everybody that was behind him up top followed.
I think he saw the 34 kind of just cut down there in front of him, and he's like, "Yep, that's it. That's it for me."
Yep, I've seen enough. And that's the thing too. When you're looking to make a block at Daytona or Talladega, you don't want to ease your way up there. You just got to force that crap up there. You just go. You have to be very precise with your wheel inputs.
The minute you hesitate, it's over for you. You either miss your opportunity or you're going nose first into the outside wall.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I'm speaking from experience here. Trust me, guys. Don't do it.
Yeah, you've wrecked enough race cars last season to give yourself a little bit of knowledge.
I will say this field
let me put some context because I don't think it was very understood my freak out at the end of Daytona last season. I was told I was cleared. I didn't listen to Zach. And I listened to the iRacing spotter and turned myself off Cabrera's nose with 3 to go going into turn 1. I was very upset.
Now you see it's taking this outside line a few laps to kind of regather its strength after what happened.
Well, they also are getting a little separated between Charles Bachman and then the 19 of Dominic Rossi. But guys, it's time. For the first time this season, we are going to crank it up. Holy cow, you guys saw that right there. A couple lap cars.
Oh no.
And Dalton with nowhere to go.
And I was just saying that as we were doing Crank It Up, I was just saying, like, we got a couple lap cars coming up here.
Hey, Gary, I don't know if you can see the chat, but Joe said something.
What do you say?
You can look at I won't say that out loud.
Oh, you won't say it out loud? 10-4. Probably something about me. That's okay.
Oh, care. No, it's about the lap cars. I just don't want to be that guy and call anyone out on stream.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go blimp view. Take a look at this. You see Dalton Fredericks in the 45 on the inside.
Man.
Well, don't you worry. We're gonna take a look at what Joseph said here. I mean, Jose. I mean, Joe. I mean, what?
The man.
Oh, 96 was almost upside down in that wreck.
You know.
Oh wow. Dalton was the meat in the sandwich.
If you're multiple laps down, I kind of figured that's a perfect time to possibly get on the apron or so and let the lead cars go by.
Yeah. Really here at Daytona, I mean, if you're holding a steady line and it's obvious that you're staying on the bottom, stay on the bottom. And if it's obvious that you're going to the top, stay to the top. Now, it's easier for the leaders to go around you if you take the top, but I mean, there's really no rule written that, like, you have to be in a certain place.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, guys, but that wasn't the lapper's fault.
No. It's just, again, you have to have the racing IQ and the awareness to be able to know where you're at and where to go. Like, I get you want to get the draft off the guys in front of you, but if they're going 15, 20 mile an hour slower, it's not worth it.
Yeah, the 34 didn't. I mean, I gotta understand from a driver's perspective. You want to, cut that bottom lane off, chop them, get running away, but there was no need.
No, not at this point in the race. There's still, 28 laps to go, 29 laps to go.
I mean, look at the front three. The 82, 72, and 34 stayed in the middle. Everybody behind him went up high. It's a shame the way these things have to go sometimes, but it is what it is. I just can't believe how many cars were in that. That's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna start running out of drivers here.
Oh no, let me check in on our my pick here. Oh, yikes.
Big damage.
He got front end, not terrible. Back end, wow, all right, not that bad actually. Left side's hurting, but
Just so everybody at home knows what's going on, you get one fast repair. Once you use that fast repair, whatever damage you get, done. Over with. And that is a modified. The 89 of River Page.
Man. I think I could get used to joining you guys. This might be a little more fun than racing sometimes.
Hey,
We have a
Gary,
blast
it's
up
your
here. We
turn to
tried.
like the stream now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, for the green, or is it?
No, the stream.
The like the stream. Yes, sir. Actually, I can't believe I haven't done that already.
Well, you could do it on both Facebook and YouTube now.
That's right.
Well, I'm gonna do it on Facebook if I find it. If my internet loads.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope it does, because you're kind of talking to us right now.
Right.
Yeah. Facebook's kind of slow.
Hashtag first world problems.
No, first world problems is not having a lot of money, and I go and dirt racing is starting in 3 weeks.
Yes, sir.
I'll spotlight our buddy again. Zach, you better love me. I'm giving you too much right now.
You're giving him all the TV time in the world. He owes you a favor now.
He does. He owes me a monumental favor. I'm spotting him in a legend car race when he comes up here to run on dirt. He's never done it before.
Well, guys, here we go. We're about to go green.
Daniel Alvarez.
Oh, Mason.
Green flag in the air, and it looks like that inside line does not go. Mason Moriarty on the outside, going to take that first position.
I like
say
that.
Oh boy, are we?
Gonna
we're
turn one,
3 wide
boys.
already.
Got a car on the apron, way in the grass.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Who is that?
It was back way in the back.
wow. They are really unorganized all over the place.
Yeah, no kidding. They are completely unorganized.
I'm going to assume that was Zach Duscher.
Deutscher.
Deutscher. Is that how you say it? I've been saying his name wrong the whole time.
Yeah,
He's never
exactly.
corrected me.
It's airborne. in the
Deutscher.
grass.
Deutscher. There we go.
German.
Well, we completely got spread apart here.
Oh.
Look at Mason, Schaefer, and Murtis
Yeah, they are hooked up.
running to the front.
They went
And there
full
they go.
M&M and went round the outside.
Around the outside, around the outside.
Now we're starting to see some single file.
They also had a little bit of help with that 4-car hitting the apron there in turn 4.
Yeah,
What is that?
we are almost all single file here.
That's what, the first time tonight we've seen that?
They needed to.
Pretty
Hey,
much.
they're finally just trying to chill. No one's helping that 8A. I tell you what.
Oh, I'm happy you're saying it now.
Is that Landon Williams in the back of this front pack here?
Probably, but it's not time to go yet. He's not going to go until it's time to go.
This is true.
Oh no, I guess when you go into your stream, I'm having CPU problems.
No, say it ain't so.
It ain't so. It's very much so.
It's very much so.
But we are
God
going
damn it.
single file for the first 10 or so cars. Let's take it a little bit further back to your first car on that outside. It's Darren Dennis in the 8A, and they are getting passed like they are stopped right now. Let's see who our biggest mover of the race is. 48 positions, Josh Carver in the 4th spot. And here comes that outside lane. We've got the 03 yellow and blue car on the outside. They are moving.
Yeah, they are. That outside lane's really getting some momentum now. See, if I was Mason and those boys, I would have just stuck it, stayed to the high side.
AK Robbie, thanks for subbing on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, so much. You guys have no clue how much I appreciate every single sub, every single like. I started the day at 290, and I am well over, I think, 300 now.
Very nice, very nice. We love to see it.
I really love to see it.
Keep growing the channel.
Trying. Holy crap, I'm 313 now. 23 people in one day. Let's keep it going. As that outside lane is flying. You got the 4 of Logan Rhodes, the 03 of Josh Carver, and the 29 of Jimmy Green. Just coming down to the inside, but CJ Almond in the 97. Welcome back, CJ, to the front.
Oh no, we got lappers.
At least now people are able to maneuver. Oh God!
Don't say it too soon.
Hold that thought there, bud.
Now that they have made it through there nice and smooth.
Almost had to eat my hat.
That's why I didn't say anything.
I thought you were about to say something else.
Josh Garver's got a really cool paint scheme on in the second spot right now.
Oh man,
Yes,
it fixes and then it goes back.
22 laps to go. We're getting close to the end of it. But we are really spread apart. I think we go all the way back to Isaac Wilson in this front pack. That's first
Somebody
to
said
18th.
wrecking.
Reckon for 90th?
Are
There's
we?
no yellow.
Somewhere.
Here comes Zach Murtis and Chase Schaefer on that outside line. They're trying to make it work.
I don't see any
I don't
wrecks.
see any wrecks.
Yeah, they're
I heard
trying
it, but
to.
you're right. I don't see it.
They're trying to use that outside 02 and the 99. The 99 is really pushing the 02 as fast as it can go.
Yeah, and they got to watch them temps now. We're getting to that point in the race where you really have to be. You want to be aggressive with your pushes, but you also have to make sure that you don't blow up in the process.
I don't know how much you want to push that Ford car because that thing is caved in the back.
I'm giving her all she's
you're
got.
trying to push as best as you can, but you're right there. With this bumper being all messed up like it is, I don't see how long he's going to be able to push that car.
This second pack is being led by the 60 of Michael Dow, and they aren't even close to being put together, and they are losing
I
a
almost
lot
called
of
him Michael
time.
McDowell a while ago.
2.5 seconds a lap. This second group is losing from our
wow.
first group.
Murtis just cleared himself to the bottom line to get the lead.
And he's going to leave Chase Schaefer up there to dry, but he's got some help with Philip Bridgman.
Never mind, he's got help.
And I was just going to bring that question up to you guys. If you get pushed on the outside line to the lead, do you want to stay up there with the guy that pushed you to the lead, or do you drop down and just
That's late in the race.
die?
Screw him. Late in the race. Screw him. That's what Murtis said. No, I mean, it just depends. I mean, if you have a teammate, I think you want to stay with your teammate as long as you can, but if it's not your teammate, why? There'll be no need. But I guarantee you, Chase is making a mental note in his head. Hey, he's going to leave me later if I push him again. And I'm going to do the same thing to him if the roles are reversed.
Looking at the battle for the lucky dog, you see the 77 Jack Daniels Chevy Camaro, him and the 45 of Dalton Fredericks. That is your battle for the lucky dog.
Sideways. It's a 4.
Nice save.
I think he just wanted to go to the back. No, he didn't. He's back.
Hopefully I can load my thing back up in time to see. My CPU time was glitching and everybody was blinking.
And there goes Chase to the lead right there.
Man, Chase Schaefer must really love leading here. Gary, why is that?
Well, the chaos is behind you. The only chance you have at wrecking here at Daytona from the lead is if you get turned.
Wow, that's somebody I didn't expect to see up in second this late. Bridgman.
Bridgman, yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got a lap car coming.
I like his new paint for this year. He got a lap car.
I do. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than the normal 48 we see him running in.
Oh, what are you doing?
There it is.
Oh, they're wrecking.
Oh, my
still
goodness.
green.
We got an ARCA wreck.
Still green.
No, we're yellow.
And the yellow's out. Yep.
My goodness.
Was that the
What
lap
Is
car?
that? Oh,
was the
It
lap
no.
was
car,
the
number
lap
10.
car. It was.
Was that CJ in that wreck?
Yes, it was.
It
Oh,
was,
no.
unfortunately.
The 10
It
of
is. It is so. Unfortunately.
the 10 of Omar Morales. Take a look at what happens here. He's the 10 on the outside. Oh, he's gonna try to fit a hole.
That hole wasn't there, bub.
Nah, it was a very
You can't park
bad.
there.
Bonehead moves late in the race change the game.
Isn't that insane? You can't park there. Yeah, he parked there.
He's gonna try to cut down right there after the
Yeah,
38.
that ain't gonna work. We all know Lucas ain't lifting in that situation. Come on now.
Excuse me. You can't park there.
I mean, I get trying to hang on to the draft, but like,
Hang on
that's
to
just
the end of the
bad.
draft.
That's just bad.
That's worse than Kevin. No, nothing's worse than the Kevin LePage.
I was gonna say nothing's worse than Kevin LePage.
I can think of one trying to wreck someone without wrecking yourself.
Talking about Danica Patrick?
I will never let that go. I'm sorry. And I don't hate Danica. That's not hate. I can never let that go.
A lot of cars on pit road still.
Landon Cassidy said it best.
Yes, he did.
It's the number one rule in stock car racing.
We're gonna get going green with just about 14-ish laps to go. We're gonna step away for about a minute. When we return, we're gonna go green and hopefully to the finish. We'll be right back, everybody.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Giggity.
All right, everybody, we are back, and we're going to take it from the viewpoint of Isaac Wilson. You guys got to take a look at this.
Going to trial.
Where's
And
good old
he
Isaac?
Look at
is
this.
Going to
Oh, wow. Hello.
by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
Wow.
Very
And you want to know
nice.
something? That's how you not arc a brake.
That's better driving than what most people I know.
Talk about needing a new change of underwear after that.
Go Brown.
But we're getting
Oh.
we're getting down to the
Oh.
nitty gritty now here, guys. About what 13 laps to go on this restart we're gonna have.
Yep. All right. Now here pops the question. Just when you guys race, do you listen to the spotter on iRacing or do you download the crew chief one?
I usually have a person.
Or person.
I usually just use the iRacing spotter. I've had bad luck with crew chief.
What
use
Omar
those
just
crash.
said is what Omar just said over the hot mic is exactly why I advocate you do not use crew chief. It clears you when even the tiniest hole, when even the tiniest gap is open with a line of cars coming by you. That's why he tried to come down. Said he was
Yeah.
clear.
And the fact they gave Lucas an EOL for that when it clearly wasn't his fault is ridiculous. But I get they're trying to be more strict on the rules this year.
We're gonna have a little chat. Nice long, probably not so nice chat after this or in the next couple of days before the Rock. But it needs to be done.
I think outside of the provisionals that were mentioned earlier, of the drivers that got points for a full season last year, outside of them, everybody has to race themselves in 43 max.
Yeah, if you miss a race because of work or family or certain matter, and you let them know, okay. If you're there most of the season, all right. But we'll discuss that later. We're going back green.
Yes,
when the green
yes,
flag is
we
out.
are. Green flag is out, and there goes Chase Schaefer on the inside. Murtis, both working together once again on that inside, but Philip Bridgman is looking for some help on the outside.
Part of the race now, as we get down to the last 10 laps, is really where you're gonna see some blocking going on.
Oh God. 13 to go. The race is on, boys. It's official.
Tis go time.
Now is the time you go.
Actually, no. And then when we hit the white, if we hit the white under green, I got the perfect DW quote.
Strap down that TV.
Well, you said it, Gary. I think it's go time, and look where that 88 is.
Oh, we got a wreck.
We got a big wreck in the back.
Big Archer crash again.
Oh, they're still wrecking in the triangle.
It's
Saved
the
it.
biggest Archer crash I've ever seen.
A lot of modifieds out there now.
Chris Summers was running really well.
How are all these cars still running?
I'm gonna
82
Make
clipped
it-
apron in
one
the
was-
8A.
wow.
Hard wreck.
Where is the wreck at? Because I see the
Turn
71
4.
as one. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, you got 29 cars on the lead lap. The herd has been thinned.
Wow. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. That's All-Star 15 TV. Give the page a like or a sub, depending on where you're at. Give the video a like. I'm Agent Capola, Gary Wells, Mike Campigio, and Mr. Radioactive himself, Michael Eckhart, all in the broadcast booth. And yes, we had it fully enforced to hold all of us up here.
Because we got two fat people up here.
Oh, you're just calling me fat? I appreciate that.
What? Did you want me to call you obese? Like, come on, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, don't use the medical term. The medical term sounds so much worse.
It really does.
The medical term is mean. If your buds just, use the F word.
I've
It's
heard,
okay.
I've heard something else. As in, oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say it here. It's inappropriate.
We can say it after. We'll conversation
Yeah,
for
but
after.
we'll talk about it
'cause
afterwards. Yeah.
It piqued my interest.
We'll share
surprisingly.
notes. We'll share notes. I got it.
Should we get an update on all of our picks as we get down to the last 10 laps here?
Mine is running second and pretty.
Mine's running fourth.
Mine's out.
Oh. Oh wow. That you know what,
Actually,
Gary?
no, mine's
It's
in the lead. Freaking,
Gary. I was
freaking
gonna say
Mike's
it's
is
that
in fourth.
I am.
88
Landon
luck.
is in fourth. All of our picks
Mine's-
are right here.
Mine is mine's
I
second.
don't want to talk about it. I
Those two are-
apparently cursed Noah Wilson
You, AJ, I love you. Why do you always pick Noah?
because he's started third.
It doesn't matter where you start. It only matters where you finish. You should know
It
that.
doesn't. But when he
No, it
doesn't
doesn't.
wreck, he's up to the front.
That's
He's up to the
true.
forefront.
I'm gonna kind of pull what somebody did to Kyle Larson. They didn't bash him, but when it comes to plate racing, Noah is good. He is really good, but it is not his thing. Tracks like Rockingham and so forth, like intermediates, that is Noah's bread and butter. That is where he shines. When it comes down to certain decisions on here, I feel like he second guesses himself too much in the matter of making moves and gets himself caught in more than he should.
I can agree with that. Mr. Radioactive, take a look at your Discord DMs.
Oh god, I'm scared.
You should be.
Oh no. Ah, that's what I thought you were going with, Gary.
We won't talk about it till this is Vegas. Right now.
we can't talk about it.
No, we can't say that on air. Oh man. Well, we got one to green. 9 laps to go when they take the green.
Oh Jesus! All right, let me look at the lineup here. Schaefer, Murtis, Elrid, Williams, Stevenson. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my! Our very own, the race director, is
Yeah.
ninth.
There it is, Ian Slager,
Wow! I'm proud of Ian.
the Canadian.
I'm very
It
proud
is
of him.
important to note they have less than 30 minutes to finish this thing.
If it takes
You want
them
me to-
30 minutes to do 10 laps, there's an even bigger issue than the
Do you want me
56
to go
cars.
over? I can yell it right now over the hot mic. But I'm not. I won't be that mean. I don't like Noah yelling at me either.
Oh, this is the money time here on this restart here.
And Isaac Wilson is 11th.
That number 93 has been probably in every position on the racetrack.
Dang, what a shame for Thurston. P30. Way back there.
Well, here we go. Pace car on pit road. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go green.
Oh, the O2 did not fire. The top is stacking.
Well, the only good thing about the top stacking is they're going to come with a huge push on that outside.
Yeah, Landon is going to push him all the way to this corner.
That 88 is going to be his best friend right now.
Oh, maybe not.
Really gonna see the pushing right here on this back straightaway.
Yeah,
Landon's never going to hesitate to push. He's pretty good about that stuff.
Murtis to the lead by a door.
Mertz
that
can hold
outs-
pretty wheel. Landon's going to give him a nice push here at the exit 4.
Oh, can't open the door like that off of 4. Landon will take that.
Oh, yeah. He will. Seen him do it too many times.
I'm really
Yeah.
trying. You guys remember 2001 how Daryl was, kind of cheerleading in the booth for Mike 21?
Yeah, you're going to do that for Zach?
I'm trying so hard not to.
You're going to call him Zachy? Like Mikey?
No,
You know, you're gonna
absolutely
do
not.
that? Okay, all right.
Not until he takes me out to dinner, Gary.
Hey, Sounds like a lot of folks in this league need to take you out to dinner. As much as you get screwed over. I mean, what? Huh?
You know, this is the time of the race now. Is there's no more give and take. It's all pushing,
All
taking.
taken. We're not done wrecking, by the way. Just so you all
Oh
know.
no way we're done wrecking.
I don't think so either.
Look at this big old push the 88's giving him.
Well, they're gonna need that help on that outside lane.
Yeah, Lynn's gonna need a little bit of help from that 4 car. Not a lot, but he's gonna need a little bit. Oh, okay, that was just the camera. I thought the 4 got loose there for a second.
Easy. Landon's really leaning on that right rear Zach.
Yeah, that's really where you wanna push for the most part. You don't want to push on the left side because that's where the yaw is. You push on the left, you can go around.
I was thinking next gen car for a second, and I was like, oh, don't do that. But these are the Xfinity. You can do that here.
You could do that as long as you want.
There goes Zach Murder for the lead.
Murder's for the lead, Landon in second right now.
I don't think he's gonna ditch Landon just yet.
I don't think so either, but I saw him ditch Schaefer a while ago.
They have a little bit of beef, I feel like, from last season, but that's all right.
Where's the beef?
That inside line is coming back.
Oh my god. I can't get over the 38 locking bumpers with the 99. Look at the gap they pulled at a 72.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the thing right now where if you're Landon or if you're that 30, if you're Bob Eldridge right there, you are just managing your temps as best as you can. But when it comes to the last couple laps, you ain't even looking at that tachometer for your temps anymore. You're throwing that out the window.
5 to go, boys. 5 to go.
Right, man, just signal for it. Oh, did someone hit the wall?
Doesn't look like it.
I saw sparks in the background.
Oh, we're coming up on lap traffic here.
Oh no.
Oh,
Here we go.
lap cars.
Coming on
Here
lap
comes
car
Evan
again.
LePage.
It's gonna get big.
Oh,
they're
it's
gonna
real
cost him.
big. There goes Jarrett Manning. Yeah,
I made it.
Yeah, all right. Jarrett's
But
a
you
competent lapper.
But you
I
can
love
see in the back.
everybody in here. Love how everybody held their breath.
Oh, I
you
did a
can-
little bit. I
You
ain't
can
gonna
see
lie.
in the back of the pack when they got past that lap car, it really broke up the second half of this front pack.
That may help the top, actually. There's more cars, a little bit organized.
4 to go. Yeah, you have Chase Schaefer on the inside in the 99 getting pushed by Bob Eldridge in the 36. And then on the outside, you got Zach Murtis in the 02.
Oh, we're catching another lap car here, AJ.
Here comes Kevin
Oh,
LePage,
no.
too. Oh, they're wrecking behind him a little bit.
Oh.
This
Oh,
might
my-
set them over the edge.
Hold your breath again.
Everybody saves it.
Oh,
Murtis
wow.
needs to hold a pretty
Oh,
wheel.
3 to go.
Big shots from Landon.
If Murtis would focus on holding a pretty wheel, Landon wouldn't have to do those big shots.
Oh!
He's not even pushing him, and Murtis is just all over the place.
That was a save.
That was a that's
Schaefer, come on, Zach. You got to be smarter than that.
Wouldn't even be
Schaefer's
side
side
drafting.
drafting it hard.
Oh, one car
No,
turned
they're
on
right
the
behind
inside.
him. No caution yet.
Oh, here comes Landon to the bottom.
He's about to drop.
Landon to the
Look at it
bottom.
go.
The ultimate opportunist in that 88 car.
What a move.
That was top to bottom to see him in first place.
Come on, boys. Keep it steady. 2 more laps.
Here comes Schaefer
Oh,
to the
Schaefer's
outside.
gonna leave him out to
Oh,
dry.
wow. Oh,
Oh,
he got a yellow.
it's out. Who's going to be your leader?
It is.
This is going to
Ooh.
bring a green-white checkered
It's
overtime.
Schaefer.
Well, that's who was at the line. Who was it at the scoring booth?
Looks like Landon Williams is your leader.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Let's go take a look at that pass for the lead, everybody.
We got the pace car drifting on the apron.
Here it
What?
is.
Who was it?
I have no clue. It didn't populate, just the wreck on the backstretch. But look at this. You'll see the wreck from the 72 and the 48 with the little stack up there. But look at the move by the 88. Clear and then immediately goes down.
Oh, wow. I was watching earlier. That top lane was getting stalled hard.
Yeah, you got to have the right people to be able to run that top lane, and they did right there that entire last run. But as soon as Landon saw an opportunity, and that's how he is at these tracks, man. He's an opportunist. If he sees a hole, he's going to go for it. He will not hesitate.
And we told you all week long it was going to be a green, white, checkered.
That's right. And you know how you said you've been spotting Murtis all this time? I've been spotting Landon all this time.
Well, I said I was going to spot him, but I don't have the ability to go back and forth in the booth. So I kind of said, you're on your own, but I'm here in spirit. He's doing good. He listens.
He's a P3 right now. But
Biggest
I guarantee
advice-
you, if he has an opportunity to get around that 88, he's going to do it.
Oh, yeah. Biggest thing he can do right now, the biggest thing he can remind himself, calm down. And when you make a move, don't freeze. You got to do it.
Yep.
Do not freeze.
Do not pull a Noah Wilson and hesitate.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Noah.
I reminded him of my Cabrera incident last year. Don't do what I did.
That's right.
You know what really pains me about that, actually?
You could've
While
won
we're on the
race if you
subject?
didn't
Oh,
hesitate.
absolutely. No, not even that. I locked that up so hard, slid back up on track, and here comes the one car 30 seconds after the fact and floored me. Never showed up once after that. That's what I had an issue with.
Yeah.
I wanted payback. I wanted to get what was mine.
Never got the opportunity. See, you're not very opportunistic, are you?
I try to be. Believe me, I try to be.
This
Yeah,
is,
beef.
guys, this is going to be our one overtime attempt. If a caution comes out at any point before we get that white flag, or during our white flag lap, race is over. The person in first place will most likely be awarded the winner.
There's,
There's 3 attempts.
there's
AJ.
3 attempts,
I
AJ.
thought you
Yeah,
said there was
there's 3
one.
No, no.
No, we're
There's
still
three.
3.
I thought you said
No,
there was one
I was
earlier.
staying in my trends out of the last 2 races. One went into overtime.
Oh, well, there you go.
Let's see what they decide to do. Either way,
Anybody
this
have? Go ahead.
this has been fun. It's been good. Daytona is always something chaotic with a little bit of fun and magic. But there's always some things that got to be worked out at the start of new seasons. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried.
I was just gonna say, you guys have any predictions for this restart?
Your friends are where you find them at this point. I don't. There are no more manufacturer alignments. That is for sure.
My prediction is I hope you brought more underwear.
Double layers are going on right now.
Oh no. Goes to the double layer.
We know one thing: a lot of these guys are gonna be aggressive, and there's not gonna be too many letting off the gas. They're gonna just stay full throttle.
No, sir.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you liking the stream.
Attaboy, Jeff.
Oh boy. I have no clue what we're really gonna see here.
We're gonna see some fireworks. That's all I can tell you. Daytona always delivers fireworks.
We have got all the fireworks for you on the track this time. Hi. Sorry, that was my really bad Bill Clinton impression. Pace cars in one more time, maybe. Up to
Here
3
they
more times.
come. There they go.
Green flag.
Landon gets a really good jump, and the O2's right with him there.
That's all the help he's got. There's
nobody
nothing left of that
even-
inside lane.
Watch.
I was
Keep an
gonna say,
eye
yeah,
on
the inside
Schaefer.
line.
I think that 30, no, I think they're going to stay there outside, which is going to be surprising. Here comes Schaefer to the outside.
Schaefer's leaning on Zach. He's going to side drift hard.
Side drafting right here. Here he goes.
It's going to be a 4-car. If they stay like this
Car
and can get
battle. Look at all
away,
these tandems right here.
Here
I don't
comes
think Schaefer's going to cut
Zach,
down.
I don't think
Oh,
that was
Zach.
smart.
ditched Landon.
Oh, Zach saw the move. Oh, see, I don't know.
I don't know about all that. Here we come.
Coming to the
Round
white
and turn
flag.
4 for the final time, maybe. Second to last time, right here. White flag in the
Zach's
air.
got no help.
White
He's
flags out.
got no help.
Race is on now, boys.
White
This is the
flag,
race.
and it is presented by Wrestling Over Everything.
All right.
Curtis to the outside.
He's going to give it a try. He's going to have a little bit of a run here.
Not unless he side drifts. Come on,
Side drift
kid,
that
do better
88,
than
but
that.
it ain't going to happen. Here comes
Here comes
88.
Landon.
Oh,
Landon coming
Landon
out
might
outside.
turn. He might get turned.
trying to make a third lane at the
Here
top
comes
of the
Chase at the
racetrack.
block.
What a block by Chase Schaefer.
Oh,
They're
they're
right
right
behind
behind
the
the
big crash.
But-
Here comes the 88. He's giving Schaefer a push.
Oh, it's gonna be
He
big.
is going to
Coming
wait
to
until the last
line.
possible second here.
Here we go.
Come on,
Round
Zach.
and turn
Come
4
on.
for the
comes the-
final.
oh, he's getting
He gets
turned.
stopped. Here comes the 99. Here
Oh, they're
comes the
getting
02.
turned.
He gets wrecked.
Oh.
The 99.
Schaefer,
Chase
yes.
Schaefer is going to win at
What a
Daytona again.
Finish.
Second time in 3 years, yo.
Oh, no. Oh,
Unbelievable finish.
What a finish.
Schaefer played that perfect.
So Landon did predict his race. He said that I'm going to get turned on the last lap coming out of turn 4.
And they're still wrecking.
Zach got a top 10 after what did he do?
He got turned.
Oh man, that poor kid did everything right.
So I thought it was funny. Landon and I were talking today before the race, and he said, "Watch me get turned here on the last lap coming out of 4." There he goes. He gets turned. And then the 02 thought he was clear of the 6 when he wasn't, and he got turned.
Yep, and Mason was getting shoved hard.
Yeah, he was. He was getting shoved really hard right there.
All right, guys, before we...
and
What's
go
up?
ahead. Sorry,
Nope, what were you going to say?
Mason almost got that from Schaefer if the finish line was 100 more yards away.
Yes, he
If
did.
we were at Talladega, he would have won.
Oh yeah.
Guys, we will be right back. When we return, we're going to talk to our top 3 podium finishers if we can get a hold of them. Stay tuned.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, everybody, it is time to talk with our podium finishers if we can get them in the chat. Guys, I'll send it to you. Take it away.
All right, caught up with Rodney Roberts here, finishing P3 at Daytona. Rodney, Mr. Old Radioactive here is going to give you an interview. Go for it.
First off,
Alright.
I'm going to ask you, Rodney, what'd you think? What'd you think of your first time in the race?
I think it went good. Tried to make it 3 wide on that last lap, trying to make that high side work, get to the front, and try to win that, but it didn't work.
What was the game plan here for most of the race, though? Were you? I know a lot of guys we were talking wanted to stay in the back or run to the front. I saw you kind of going up and down throughout the night.
Yeah, I started up at the front and ran a couple of laps until the first caution. I decided I wanted to go in the pits and head to the back and try to stay out of trouble the best I can. And I did that a little bit, got caught up in a couple of wrecks, but either of that, it was pretty good.
Gary, you got anything to add?
Well, are you going to be here for Rockingham next week?
Oh, most definitely. This is a good league so far, and I really enjoy it.
Well, how did you feel about how do you feel about Rockingham next week? What's your thoughts on that racetrack as we move forward?
I really haven't raced Rockingham and these Xfinity cars really, so I guess I'll practice this week and learn the track and hopefully get a top 5, maybe hopefully win.
Well, if it's like anything that you've ever driven on iRacing, there's one thing in common. It's like Darlington. You got to be able to save your tires there. So
You're
if
right,
you
and
can
it's
do
just
that, you're gonna be okay.
you're right. It's just like I said, it's just going to take a lot of practice to get used to the track and everything else.
Absolutely. Any final thank yous you need to give to sponsors or teams or anybody?
I want to thank Xander. He's going to be he's my teammate in here, and he started in the back, and we tried working together, but really couldn't really find each other with how many cars there were, especially just two of us working together. And at the end, we found each other, but that was about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we'll let you go here. Congratulations on third place, and we'll see you
Yes,
next week at
sir.
Rockingham.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
All right. And second place, we've got Mason Moriarty, and Campitrio is going to give the interview.
Mason, coming home second tonight here at Daytona. What did you think of the race tonight?
I had a lot of fun. It was a good race up front. In the back they were wrecking a lot, but I had fun. I had fun up front. I got in that wreck on lap like 40. I had to take my fast repair, but I kept my nose out of trouble. Didn't have a whole lot of damage at the end, and almost had a run on Chase. I feel like I could have gotten past him if I was able to get a little bit of side draft earlier in the trial, but good win to him, and it was a fun race.
What were your thoughts as we got into that green white checker? What was kind of your game plan to get to second place?
I think I started kind of late. I started like sixth, I think. So I was just gonna hopefully train the outside and see if the outside could get something going to match the inside, but the outside kind of faded out a little bit. I pushed the O2 up, and then everyone hopped up on the outside, and the O2 were back together again. I had a little bit of damage and not a lot of help, so I couldn't really get to him as much as I like to. I feel like if I could have tandemed him, we could have gotten alongside chasing whoever was pushing him, but ultimately it worked out well, just hanging tough on the outside until at a turn 4 where all the chaos happened.
And the chaos did ensue off turn 4, that is for sure. As we look forward to next week at the Rock, what are your thoughts as we get to Rockingham next week, and your overall thoughts on the season?
I'm excited for the season. I'm glad to be back. I worked Wednesdays the last year or so I couldn't race, but I'm glad to be back. This is a great league. Looking forward to next week. Probably have to put some practice in. I don't have a lot of experience on Rockingham, but yeah, looking forward to next week and trying to capitalize on the second place finish that I just got tonight. Make a run at the championship.
Is there any thank yous or shout outs you'd like to do to team sponsors or anything like that?
My parents, their businesses are on my car. Thanks to them, I'm able to do all this. They give me a wonderful life. Chase is kind of my teammate, so thanks to him, we worked together a little bit throughout the race. And thanks to Chase Baker and the league owners for putting this great league on.
Well, Mason, congratulations on the second place finish. We will let you get out of here, and we will see you next week at Rockingham.
Yep, thank you.
Congrats.
All
right.
righty, it's
And that
time.
brings us to our Daytona winner. Number
Man, the myth,
99,
the legend.
Chase Schaefer. You got a copy.
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
Well, how about that? You led the second most laps tonight. You led 16. Somebody beat you by 1 lap, so you're just kind of there. But hey, I mean, you qualified 32nd. Your race was very up and down. Once you got up to the front, though, you were pretty much able to stay there. Talk about your race. I mean, it was pretty crazy tonight.
I really wanted to win this opener, kind of make a statement because I've won the opener before. I think I forgot it was last season or not, but
Season 3.
this was definitely one that I wanted to win. And I usually am not very confident coming into super speedway races. I usually kind of know that it's gonna be whatever it is, but for some reason I kind of had some confidence coming in here, and it definitely showed. I cannot believe I just ended that shit out. All those blocks on the last lap were immaculate. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you were having a really good, so a lot of good blocks there those last couple laps. Speaking of which, talk about that green-white checkered. You basically started in the lead there, that last green-white checkered. I know you had Landon there with you. Talk about your run there to the checkered, those last 2 laps, that sprint race to the end.
So I after that like little run with Bob, I was like, all right, I trust you. I got you. I got you with my life. I was gonna try and stay with him as much as I could. I trusted him all the hell, and he sure gave me what I needed to win that race. And at the end of that race, when we got together and we just went, I was like, oh boy, this is going one of two ways. Either somehow I miraculously end it off and pull it off, or I, have the leader symptom and just get absolutely nailed. But somehow, some way, I managed to keep everyone behind me on that last lap. I don't think I've ever been as proud of a win as this one.
Yeah, that was a pretty incredible drive there at the end of that race there. Rockingham is next week. How do you feel about your confidence going into the Rock? Same confidence as Daytona, or a little bit different?
That one's gonna need some practice. I am not very good at Rockingham, so that one is gonna be an interesting one for sure.
We can help you out a little bit there, Schaefer. Don't worry.
But yeah,
Absolutely. Well, any final thoughts or shout outs or thank you to teammates, sponsors, any of that fun stuff before we let you go?
thank you to Bob for sticking with me at the end. You're a freaking goat for that. Love you to pieces. Go
That means
follow
you got him
Monster.
for Digger, right?
Yeah. At
Yeah, till the last 100 feet.
at monster underscore on Twitter. Commissions, virtual race card. It's digital design. Yippee. And I think that's all I got. That was a fun race. Some up and down moments, definitely some things that could have been improved on, but for the most part, that was a pretty fun race.
All right. Well, again, congratulations to your win at Daytona here, and we'll see you here in the coming weeks.
Thank you.
All right, guys, great
All
job.
right.
Great job on those interviews. Let's get through some of our final thoughts here. Gary, let's start with you, pal.
Well, we have 50 some cars start that event. I mean, that was pretty crazy, pretty wild having 56 cars start that race. Really hairy, excuse me, really hairy the first half of that race. Then after, some of the drivers started to thin out a little bit, racing did get better. Ultimately, we got a show there at the last 10 laps, right down to the wire at the finish there, and Chase Schaefer was a lucky one at Daytona, was able to pull off a couple of blocks there and take home the W.
Campigio?
I mean, where to start? There's so much action tonight here at Daytona. It's craziness from the beginning of this race to the end of this race. It was nonstop. Plenty of big wrecks, plenty of storylines that we did talk about tonight, and just congratulations to Chase Schaefer kicking off the season with a win at Daytona. There's nothing better.
Yeah, what about you, Mr. Radioactive?
I mean, Mike pretty much captured my thoughts. It's insane from start to finish. That many cars. We will never see that again, of course, but it was interesting. It was now in my mind, I believe in a crazy world there'd be a way to make that work at some point near in the future, but for now let's just stick with what we have. But I am excited to get back on track at the Rock. It was fun being in here with you guys. It was definitely exciting that last 10 laps. I saw you yelling for our picks and going crazy.
Yeah,
Makes me kind of
That's
wish
all
I was
about,
out there.
man. You get a little bit of skin in the game emotionally, and you're like, oh man, I gotta watch the rest of this. It's,
Yep.
it's pretty intense up here in the booth, especially when you go to places like here in Dega and New Atlanta. It gets pretty wild.
You gotta bring that energy.
That's
I
right.
guess I should make this announcement quick before we close off, because I will
You're
be at the
retiring?
Rock. I will be at the Rock, but I guess we're moving purely part time for a while. I do, in case, and I don't think anyone really knew, other than maybe Noah and certain people. Up in Pennsylvania, we do a lot of modified dirt racing, and I have working my way to probably late October, a chance to drive at the end of the year, but I will be crewing a lot. So basically, it's work, and then right after work, go out 2 hours, 3 hours at a racetrack. I have like 4 different cars I crew for that somebody's driving. So I'm going to be a very busy man.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Well,
Well,
guys,
we're
I'll
glad
be
to
here
have you in
there.
the booth at least for Daytona, and hopefully you're able to be on track a little bit. And who knows, maybe we'll see you again in the booth sometime.
Maybe I'll sacrifice Talladega as much as I love that place.
oh yeah, I doubt that.
Bring us home, AJ.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Daytona Thunder 200. Pure chaos, pure fun up here in the booth. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, same time, same place. We're going to the Rock. That's going to be fun. And Gary, I'm pretty sure you named that race.
I did.
Well, what'd you name it?
I'm scared to know.
Uh,
I could look at it.
let me get my notes. I have it in my notes.
Do you want me to say it, or I'll give you the
Oh,
honors?
I got it right here. I got it right here. It is the
Oh God.
good old days Boomer 115 at Rockingham. I wanted to come up with a long name, so AJ had to say it.
Yeah, thanks. I
I want to know
appreciate
who
you, pal.
named the one below it.
I mean, at least it's not the Brayton Laster Master Disaster left or right turns 175K.
Oh my God. Wait, how do you know him?
Oh, we're buds. We go back.
Yeah, we're all on the
I
same race
raced-
team.
Yes, we are.
I raced with him in an ARCA league. Well, when it was a truck, we did the trucks, and then we came down to do the ARCA league because the truck league fell apart. But I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Yeah, he's cool. Hit him up.
All right, guys.
He's a
well,
favorite.
talk to you all later, and we will see you on the next broadcast. See you later, everybody.
Stay classy.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.